Hi, and welcome to Rise, Heal, and Grow. I'm Leah M. Hill. This show is a podcast production of Apollo Sunrise Center, which is a health, wellness, and spiritual retreat center in Merrimack, Massachusetts. On this show, we shine the light on those who nurture wellness and inspire positive change. My guest today is Michele Lowry. She is an animal intuitive, and her business is Michele-animalintuitive.com. Welcome, Michele.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here.
Thank you. It's good to have you, and thank you for driving out on this sort of snowy day today. I'm glad you made the ride out here.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So I want to hear all about your work, but I want to understand first how you discovered this intuitive communication that you can do with animals.
Thank you. You know, it started out with a random communication with a horse that I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
I was working at a barn in the 90s. I was living here by then. I'd moved here in 95.
From
England.
England, thank you.
And yes,
just to make sure.
So I'm taking care of the horses. I'd given them their breakfast, and then the next thing is they go out, and all of a sudden I hear, I finished breakfast and I'm ready to go out. And
you just heard it in your head, like internally.
And
okay.
I'm looking around and I'm going, okay, there's not one human being in this barn right now because it was early. And what is that? I don't understand. And I walked along to where I thought it felt like I'd heard something. And sure enough, the horse was done with breakfast and had his head hanging out the door and he was ready to go in the field for the day.
I love it.
And I went, I actually did hear that.
Yeah.
And that kind of opened the door. I was in a big change at that point in my life, and it opened the door. And then other things were happening, but primarily for me, it's a feel thing.
Okay.
So it's not always words for me.
Okay.
Very often it's a feel or a sense or a knowing. Right. And then over the years, I've learned how to take that and try and put it into words.
Okay. So over the years, you've developed this for this communication with many animals, right? Not just horses, all animals.
Yeah,
Wow.
I even talked to the fish in the Chinese restaurant because
you did.
Do you need some Reiki?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So that became a business for you.
It did. Over time, it became a business, and I'm very entrepreneurial anyway. Right. So it really kind of, I just learned enough that I thought, I wonder if I can help people officially. You know, I was helping a lot of people at the time, but maybe I could help them officially. And so I just started to think about how I could get it out there, and I started following the trails, and it created itself, really.
Oh my goodness.
Totally created itself.
So then, and then you created a business called Nico Natural Therapies.
Correct,
was
yes.
it? What was that? What you were doing plus other things, or
so I'm a corporate girl.
Okay.
So I spent 21 years in corporate. This is so far-fetched from what I know.
Right, from what you're doing now.
Crazy. And through my animals kind of guiding me and this business starting, there were 3 specific animals that were in my life that helped me become this business and become what I do today.
Oh, okay.
So Naira, Kobo, and Echo. So Niko and E.
Oh, that's the Nico. Okay, gotcha.
It's the Nico. Most people think it's my name, and they'll say, "Dear Nico, how can you help me?" And I'm like, "No, not quite."
Right, got it.
But they really inspired me in so many different ways and completely transformed my life that it just felt honoring.
Oh, wow. And I know I'm a little bit familiar with Kobo, which was the dog that passed, right? That really kind of sparked your work or helped you move forward in your work. How did that impact you?
It was a huge impact. Yeah. So he was my first ever dog.
Oh, that's so
and
hard.
I really was kind of shut down to what I do today.
Yeah.
And he died very tragically at the age of 7.
Oh my gosh.
And I still get emotional about it.
Yeah, I get it.
It was many years ago, but he died tragically. I had no idea why he died. Oh, no. And it catapulted me and launched me in that logical computer brain that I have of going, I don't even know what just happened to this dog.
Oh, no.
But he died within 6 weeks of a vet visit.
Oh, my gosh.
And so I started researching, and I started looking into things, and I started to look at food and ingredients and the healthcare that we're doing. I looked at vaccines.
So you were searching like scientifically or logically for a reason.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
gotcha.
completely.
So that drove you to look into the food and the health and all of
you know
that.
what
Right.
just happened to this 7-year-old vibrant dog, and watching him deteriorate
'Cause it's so young.
fast. Very young.
Wow.
And then I started looking at food and the quality of food that goes into dog food, and I looked at vaccines and what's going on with vaccines, and then that was the trajectory that I took.
Oh, okay.
And it took 2 years for me to find out from a holistic veterinarian that he had died from the Lyme vaccine.
Really?
And
Just that his body couldn't handle it, or reacted not unwell to the vaccine?
So what happened was that within 6 weeks of the vaccine, he had developed lupus and kidney failure.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
And that's how he died. And I didn't know that until I'd spoken to this holistic veterinarian who said that's why he had passed away.
Oh.
And so then that spurred me on even more, because now I felt I had this mission that he had created this opportunity for me. I don't make choices for people, but I want to educate people. I want them to really understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, how they're doing it, and then make choices.
Right.
And so it all kind of has developed over time, where now I can really develop that for people and show them what they're doing, why their animals might be responding in a certain way. But Kobo was that pivotal, you need to find out what just happened.
Okay, that was the jump start. So talk a little bit about how you work with your clients now. So you work with the pet owners who may have a pet either still here or on the other side as well. And for the owners who have a pet who's still here, there might be maybe a behavioral issue and or other like an illness issue that you can help with. How does that work?
Yeah, thank you. So people come to me for all different kinds of reasons: behavioral, past trauma, rescue dogs that are still carrying a lot of that trauma from their past.
When you don't know what happened, especially,
Exactly.
That could be a lot, right?
Physical issues, they might be faced with choices for surgery. They might be faced with choices for end of life. Yeah. And they're just not, their own intuition is kicking in, but they don't really necessarily know that that's what's happening.
Okay.
But they're unsure of making that next step or making a choice because something doesn't feel right.
Right.
And so they'll reach out and they will have a session. And then what I'm doing is I'm asking these questions to the animal.
Okay.
And receiving from them.
So you're talking verbally with the client, with the owner, or a pet human.
Yes.
I don't know if you call it owner, pet human. And then intuitively you're connecting with the pet and you're asking the pet the questions.
Yeah.
And you're getting the answers in hearing as well as feeling and sensing. And
it can be vision.
Oh, it could be vision
Any
too.
One of the senses can really kick in to give me the response and the answers that I want.
Right.
And then they will extend on that. And I guess it sounds funny saying I'm talking to the animal and how does that happen? It's really more being able to connect heart to heart. So you're connecting through your heart. You're asking for that more energetic feel.
Yeah.
And then what I've learned is to take the feel and turn it into words.
Gotcha.
I've been through my own huge transformation in order to get to where I am now, where I channel write and I receive through writing.
Oh, you channel write. Oh, okay.
And that's how I communicate.
Oh, that must be very helpful too for the
because
people
then I can give it to them.
Right. Definitely. And you often say that people say to you, I never saw it that way. Like they're thinking that they know their pet better than anyone because they've had the pet maybe for a number of years and they have this strong bond with the pet. But then they say to you after the session with you, I never saw it that way. What does that mean to you? How do you help them see things differently?
So I love the fact that I have learned how to come in from the animal's perspective.
Okay.
So how does the animal see life through their eyes?
Oh, wow. That's fascinating.
And so when you see life through an animal's eyes, the perspective from a human being's eyes can be completely separate and completely different.
Right, I would imagine, yeah.
And so what I'm bringing is their perspective, and that's when people will say, wow, I never saw it that way.
I see.
So a dear friend of mine has a cat with one of those plug-in water fountains to drink out of.
Right.
And she went through a phase where she wouldn't drink out of it.
Oh.
And she's like, I don't know why, the water's clean. This is what the cat asked for.
Yeah.
And it turned out that the water fountain was close to an electrical outlet. And the electrical outlet was giving out that vibration.
Wow.
That it does, that we don't feel necessarily. And I said, is it near an electrical outlet? And she said, yes. And I said, try moving it. And she moved it to a different spot in the kitchen, and the cat started drinking again.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Yeah, totally. You would never ever think of that, right?
So seeing it through their eyes.
Yeah, and it reminds me of the book I read years ago by Temple Grandin, who's the one with autism, and it's I think it's called something like The Way I See It, and how she, even though she wasn't, or she doesn't say she was connecting intuitively with these animals, but she was able to kind of see through their eyes and see through their perspective of what they're experiencing and what's causing them fear, or what makes them happy, what feels good, and it's helped her so much in her work and her research.
It really has, and she changed the entire cow industry because of what she could pick up on.
Yes, that's right. She designed processing plants and systems that were much more humane. So fascinating. Wow, that's incredible. So helping people understand the why, behind these kinds of behaviors, that's a fascinating example that you shared. Do you have any other examples or stories that you'd like people to hear?
Yeah. So the why, I'd like to give a personal experience because this one really catapulted me too in my own development. Mm-hmm. So I had a horse called Echo way back in the day.
Okay.
And he was my biggest teacher and my biggest mentor. And he, one day I went out to the field and I wanted to get him to go for a ride, and he would not let me catch him.
Oh.
And I'm going, come on, Echo, we just don't have enough time. Like, could you really just come? And he said, no, and he wouldn't come, and I was getting madder and madder. And he said to me, go find a feather.
Go find a feather.
When you're mad, you're like, come on, really, it's a 5-acre pasture. Go find a feather. And I went, fine. So I go walking around the pasture, and literally not 50 yards.
Oh my gosh, there it was. All right.
I pick up the feather, but in that process of separating from him and my mood, and going to find the feather, I got it. And I went, oh my God, you were resetting my emotion.
Really?
Basically saying, you're not getting on my back in that mood that you're in right now.
Oh, because you were frustrated and upset and you just needed to get it done. Right.
And he's like, go find a feather. And then I realized how mad I was, because that's really not who I am.
Right.
And I went and picked up the feather, and I just started laughing.
Oh my goodness.
And I went, I get it. So I picked up the feather, I went over, I apologized, I said thank you, and he came over, and I put the halter on him, and we went off, and we went for a ride.
And you were fine.
And everything was fine. So, it really is about listening and paying attention.
Yeah.
And being present. So his why was, you need to have an attitude adjustment before you're getting on my back.
Right.
And honoring that it's communication and not bad behavior.
Right. And he was taking care of himself, right, for his own safety, and as well as looking out for you too.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. So that's a wonderful example for in person, but you also do this remote for people. How does that work when you do it remote? Is it on phone or Zoom, or does it matter? So
I've kind of developed my own way of doing this, and because I channel write, part of the session is about me doing the writing. Okay. So part of the session is they send me a picture, they send me questions, and then I connect with the animal, I write, and then we get together, I send them the transcript, and then we go over the transcript, and they can ask additional questions.
Okay, so that's a big process.
And then if it's on Zoom, I record the Zoom, so now they have the Zoom recording and the transcript to read back over, to ask more questions if they need to ask more questions.
Yeah.
But again, this connection with a picture just seems so random. Like, how do you how do you look at a picture and now you're talking to the animal?
Right. So they're giving you a picture of their pet.
They give me a
and that's
picture
how
of the
you
pet,
connect
and it
with
has
the
to
pet.
be recent.
Has to be recent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I work off of that. So when I'm looking at the picture, what I'm actually doing is connecting energetically.
Right.
And somebody once had a really great example. It's like your cell phone, right? Your cell phone's
Okay.
not connected to anything,
Right.
but you can call somebody
Oh, and
and
still
you're
can
making
talk
that,
to them. Yes.
you're making that connection.
Yes, that's a great example. I
So
love that.
that's what I'm doing. It's just with a
Yeah.
live being and not a technology, where we're making that connection through the energy and through the airwaves,
Wow.
so that I can make that connection and then ask those questions.
Right.
And then everything I receive, whether it's visual, whether it's audible, whether it's a feeling, I write it.
Okay.
And once I've written it, and I don't read it before I send it, so it's raw, it's unedited, it's handwritten.
It's just however it comes
And you
out.
get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we go over it. So that I love the remotes because I tend to get a lot more detail.
Oh, interesting.
So when
okay.
people are really struggling or they really are confused about something,
Yeah.
I get a whole lot more detail.
Maybe
when I
because you're
do
more
remote.
focused in your own space
Yeah.
and you're able to connect with the animal a little more clearly.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm sure people have said to you, gee, I wish I should have, I had reached out to you sooner. I should have reached out sooner because there might have been, an illness or something that might have been prevented or a behavior issue that might have been going on a long time. Do you have that example as well? Or
Yeah, I do. And I always feel so bad for people when they say that. And it's, part of this is timing. It's divine intervention.
Yeah.
It's, maybe that wasn't the right time for us to connect because other things had to happen first. And so I really guide people in allowing for that and not feeling guilty.
Oh, good.
That they should have and they could have.
Because that's what we do. We love our pets and we want to give them the best. And then if
Exactly.
something doesn't go the way we planned or the way we hoped, then we blame ourselves and we say, well, I should have seen it or done something different or.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so I
It's
always say
hard.
to people, it's the timing is right. Very often if it's a rescue animal and they've been through trauma, they won't share their trauma until they feel happy and content in their new home.
Really?
So,
I didn't realize that.
because they need to
Okay.
be grounded
Okay.
and they need to feel safe before they share. It's kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You have to
it
feel
is.
safe
yeah,
and
that
grounded.
makes sense. Right.
So by the time they come to me or any other communicator, they're ready to share.
Okay.
And so when people say, I wish I'd have connected with you sooner, I often will say, but they probably weren't ready to share.
Yeah.
And now they are.
That's helpful. Yeah. Thank you. Because I know, we've talked in the past, even on other shows as well, how these animals, they are mirrors of us and our maybe our own internal emotional issues and traumas as well. You find that as well? Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Oh my goodness.
There's never a situation where those animals are not connecting to you, mirroring you in some way, and Echo, the same horse, really was my biggest teacher in that because
Yeah.
he would show me when I was playing small. He was showing me when I wasn't standing in my power. He would show me when I was reverting back to thinking I didn't know something when I actually did. And he would call me out. And the ways he would call me out would be to act out like he did with the feather, or he would get very big.
Oh.
He would literally puff himself up, and I'd go, oh, I'm not being
So he
in my fullest
right,
power.
right. So he's feeling where you were in that moment and trying to help you, give you like these messages, giving you the message of what you need to shift or change or be
Yeah,
aware of.
exactly.
That is fascinating.
And then he would do it with students. He would do the same thing with
the
students.
same thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And so you also have a couple of books you wanted to share about your work and about your
do.
experiences.
Yeah, so this one is called The Rock,
The Rock.
Destiny Through the Eyes of a Horse. This is Echo.
Oh,
and Echo
beautiful.
and I traveled this earth plane for 18 years together.
Wow.
And he really was my mentor, my guide. He showed me how to step out of tradition. He showed me how to have a different kind of relationship.
Right.
And then his mission with me was to show people what they're missing out on.
To show other people what they're missing out on.
How
like,
deep the relationship can
I
be,
see.
how spiritual and emotional the relationship can be. It's not all about riding and achieving and agenda and
right,
training.
that's what we put on ourselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So-
profound. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That the horse could help
and he
you with
just
that.
really helped me to see it for myself, and then he wanted to channel a book. So this is actually channeled from him.
The whole book
The whole
is
book.
channeled from him.
It's channeled
oh my
from
gosh.
him. And I would sit
I have to check this out.
I would sit and have my laptop, and I would hear words, and I would type them out. And then eventually we created this book.
That is fabulous.
So I love it because it's not just for horse people.
Okay.
Because this is about transformation. This is about seeing the signs that are coming to you for personal transformation.
Okay.
It just happens that he was mine.
Horse, but it could be in reference to someone who has cats and dogs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just life in general.
Just life in general. I cannot wait to read this because I have this from when you came to the book festival
Yes,
at Apollo Sunrise Center.
loved.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. I'm so glad
Yes.
you're there. So I bought my copy then, and I am going to start reading it very soon.
It's huge. It's
That
just the most
sounds
amazing
fabulous.
journey that I undertook for the 18 years that we were together.
Okay, fabulous. And then
yeah.
what else do you have? You have a few other things you want to show us too.
So his companion is a miniature horse. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the smaller horse, this one,
Yep.
became his companion. And as she settled into life with us, she started to evolve her communication skills with me, and I learned how to hear her because it was a very different way of communicating.
Oh,
And
so each animal would communicate a little bit differently.
They all
Okay.
communicate, just like you and
Just
I
like we
and
do,
anybody
right.
else.
Yeah, sure.
And so she channeled poetry.
She channeled poetry?
She channels poetry.
Oh my goodness.
And the only reason I know that is because my level of English language, as you can probably tell, is a very limited vocabulary. I use very simple words. And so when I would read back some of these poems, I just knew that it wasn't coming from me because I don't have that.
It was just channeled from
Purely channeled from her.
From her.
And she
That's
would
incredible.
say, "Okay, we need to write now," and I'd have to grab paper and pen, and I would just write.
Oh my
And then I would
goodness.
read back the poem and just go,
Oh my, that's profound.
"This is amazing." So she's written about 80 poems at this
Oh
point.
my goodness.
We actually have 2 books published and a third one that we're working on.
A third one too.
And she loves
That's
just
incredible.
sharing the reminder of who we are, how we're connected to everything,
Yeah.
and to remain in our hearts. That's her biggest, she's divine feminine goddess energy.
Oh my
And
gosh.
just be in your heart, and just no matter what's going on, remember your connection to everything.
That's fact, because this is definitely something that I would go to and read when I'm really feeling off and
Yeah.
not connected or something. That is a beautiful way to get reconnected with yourself again.
Yeah, and the way
I
that it
love that.
works is that very often I tell people to pick a page number. It's like an oracle deck.
Oh, okay.
And it's
whatever
always
you,
been the perfect poem.
yeah, whatever you open it up to at that time, that's exactly what you need in that moment.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking
So
of
it's
oracle
been
decks,
fun.
what else you've got? Some
So-
cards over there too?
So Sunshine wanted to create this book, these poems, into an oracle deck.
Oh, so you created that.
And I
Oh.
spent ages trying to get someone else to do the artwork because I don't see myself as an artist. And every time I would meet someone and they'd say, no, you need to do this, or no, I can't do this, or I'm not resonating with this. And then I had a friend actually give me, because she's an artist, paperwork and easels and pens and pencils. And
So like set it all up for you
she said,
to
"Michele,
do this
this is your
yourself.
project."
Oh my goodness.
And I went, "No, it's not." And then I just said, whatever, how bad
And
could
you
it
just
be?
gave in and did it, right?
And I just would take each poem and I would read it and I would feel it out and I would draw.
Oh my goodness.
So the deck
That's
now
wonderful.
matches the poems, and
Okay.
you can pick a card and then read the poem.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
So
that.
this is also designed for kids. It's really kid friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's another place I want to take this, is into the
Yeah.
kid world and have the kids read the poetry and feel it out.
Wow, that's beautiful. And are these books available? I know you're getting your new website up. Will
I
they
am.
be available on the website or Amazon?
They're
Anything
going to be
else?
available. The publishing company that I use is called Vivante,
Okay.
and I can actually set up a bookstore on Vivante.
Oh, perfect.
So right now the Rock is on their website, and these books are going to start to be on that website, and then those links will be on my website.
On yours too.
Right now I have
That
some
makes
in a plastic tote, so if you want one, I can mail it.
That makes sense. But in the meantime, you're doing private readings for pet humans or humans with pets, not only remote but in person as well in New Hampshire?
Yeah, within an hour's drive of where I am, which is southern New Hampshire.
Okay, all right. So people can reach out to you and book a session with
Yeah.
you from anywhere. And again, just say the name of your website so we get it all, what the
So
website
it's
is going to be.
Michele-animalintuitive.com. And the Michele is one L. So
One
it's
L, that's important.
Michele.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And just for anyone listening, like, is there, any one thing that you would like, pet owners to know? Like any one message from all of your years? I mean, you've had decades of experience with connecting with thousands of animals. And, is there anything that you would like people to know?
Yes. I think the biggest message is that we are all animal communicators, that we all are intuitive, that when we drop into our heart and we become present and connected, we will feel, sense, know what they want to share with us.
Okay.
And that we're doing it all the time. We just don't necessarily label
realize it. So you're telling us to trust ourselves because we're getting it.
Yeah.
We just have to be aware of it.
Yes.
Right.
And it's just practice like anything else. I practice every day, so I've gotten better
Yeah.
at it over time.
And it
But
becomes easier.
you can do
Yeah.
it, and the animals know you can, so giving it that time and space really helps to develop the skill.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks. Oh, it was wonderful to have you on the show today, Michele.
Thank
you for sharing this and your work and your books and your connection and everything. It was really beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you, all of you, for joining us here today, listening or watching to Rise, Heal, and Grow with Leah M. Hill. Please be sure to like, share, or comment and hit the subscribe button on whatever platform you're joining us on. Thanks so much for watching, and come back again soon because we have lots of episodes coming up.